Well, Dallas Cowboys fans, we have a jam-packed start to our morning show today as Osa Diggiza sounds off on Brian Schottenheimer, and it seems like he's ready to put someone in a figure four leg lock in honor of his head coach. The Seattle Seahawks are smoking on that sherm, and Jerry, it's time to just spin, baby, so you can just win, baby. Let's get right into this one as we got a good show today, y'all. Be sure to subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys content on the regular as we're on the road to 30K. I need you guys' help to do so, so please be sure to leave a like on the video and hit that subscribe button for me, and don't forget to turn on your notifications so you don't miss an episode of Attack on Cowboys. Let's get right into it. All right, first thing I want to go ahead and check out here is Osa Odighizuwa made an appearance on the K Adams show, and he actually had a very interesting story to tell about Brian Schottenheimer that I wanted to make sure that you guys heard because it was very telling. Let's go ahead and take a listen to this.
Your face is saying, no, we have the guy we want.
We have the guy we want. The team, the locker room loves Shotty, and I think that's part of where it starts. I believe he's a smart guy.
There it is. The team, the locker room, they love Shotty. Oh, and by the way, before anybody comment, oh, why you keep pausing the video? Shut up, man. You cannot just get on YouTube and just react to a full video, man. That's called copyright. That's called you're just taking someone else's content with my big black ass in the corner and stealing it, bruh. I gotta give commentary, man. If you want to watch the full video, go watch K Adams' video, bruh. But this is a reaction, bruh. Some of y'all be wilding in the comments, but let's get right back into this.
And just the person that he is, he's a good dude, you know. Called me afterwards.
Really?
Right. Okay, now listen to this. This story right here, says a lot to me because I just don't feel like anything like this was going on in the past. And trust me, it means a lot. Trust me.
Said congratulations. Me and my family went to dinner. He found out where we went to dinner at, and he sent me a little gift too.
Crazy word.
You know, just the kind of care that he has for us, and
crazy word. From an athlete's mindset, I can completely understand why this story would be relevant for an Osa Diggiza. Hold on, let's go ahead and let him finish what he's saying, and we're gonna break this down, man.
You can run through a wall for, you know.
What did he send you? What did he send? What did he send? Tell me.
A bottle of champagne.
He did. He found out where you guys were going, and he said, "Deliver." That's a classy touch.
Yeah, it is.
That's nice.
Guy.
All right.
Sure.
More strip sacks on the way here.
Yeah.
In 2025 season, I love seeing.
Yeah. And Osa Diggiza also said it's the type of guy you want to run through a wall for, right? So this right here and this type of thing that Shotty's doing, like even before OTAs start, before the players are really required to be back around the building, required to be back around the team and within the confines of the structure of the organization is doing, Brian Schottenheimer is already making his mark as a leader on this team. He's establishing a culture already right now. He already said at the press conference he wanted to make sure that there was a real family aspect to what was going on with this locker room, what was going on with this team. And I think that is necessary, guys. It absolutely is necessary. You look at the Kansas City Chiefs and the success they've had. Those are guys that go to high school football games together and stuff. So those guys support each other on and off the field, and they do have more of a tangible bond than some of these teams that you see around the league that aren't winning, that may be as talented or even maybe more talented than some of the rosters that the Kansas City Chiefs have had. That aspect of chemistry, continuity, and just the team operating as one, that's what it takes to win football games. It takes the sum of all parts. And when you got your coach establishing that culture way ahead of time, what this is going to do is it's going to have the leaders of your team going into training camp on the same exact pages as the coaches are. We know that Shotty sent a clear directive to those coaches. We know that Shotty has a clear and concise message and an attitude that he wants to permeate throughout this organization. And the way you do that is, yes, by having the coaches on the same pages, but also by having your player leaders, your player leadership on the same pages as well. And I feel like that aspect of continuity has been what's missing from the Dallas Cowboys, from top to bottom, from the coaches being on the same page, to the coaches and the players being on the same page, to the players with the players being on the same page. I think that that's the aspect that Shotty's trying to correct right now, so that way he can have his veteran leaders come in. They fully buy into him as their leader, and they're able to disseminate the message that he wants to the rest of those guys in their respective position groups. And then that's how you have everyone on the same page. That's how you create a standard. So I absolutely love this story by Osa Diggiza. Brian Schottenheimer is continuing to do all of the right things, and he's continuing to show that he's very aware of the shortcomings that a new coach can have. A new coach can have that sense of unfamiliarity and can, especially when they come from inside the building, it can be that sense of, oh, this guy was already here. So there's an inherent lack of respect, but you do these types of things. You set that example to build that respect over the course of time before it's time for that respect to be cashed in by way of play on the field, right? So love this. Now I want to get to the second news article today, and that's the fact that the Seattle Seahawks, they smoking on that sherm, y'all. The Seattle Seahawks are apparently asking for a first and the third round pick for DK Metcalf, for a receiver that whoever trades for this man is going to have to pay north of $30 million per season because he's a 27-year-old freak of nature, bro. Seattle, y'all have lost y'all ever-loving minds, bruh. We already see that y'all are in the midst of trying to essentially rebuild on the fly right now. You let Tyler Lockett go. DK Metcalf don't want to be there. He requested a trade, so we know he don't want to be there. And I believe his contract is coming up due soon as well. So why would anybody give you a first and a third-round pick and have to give a $30 million contract to DK Metcalf? Y'all smoking on them trees, man. Ain't no way nobody doing. I'm sure all 30 teams in the NFL is, hey, man, hell no. Hang the phone up on them. They tripping out there in Seattle, boy. That thick air getting to their ass out there on that coast, man. But either way, yeah, DK Metcalf, as long as the price is like that, I'm going to go ahead and just slide my guy off of the Dallas Cowboys watch board because it's not happening, all right? So let's go ahead and move on to the next and final news article for today, and that's the fact that the Cowboys have no choice but to play. This is the season. This is no excuses. This is the time where you're going to have the most salary cap space that you've had essentially since that first or second season that Dak Prescott was here. This is the time that you make good on that. If the Cowboys don't spend this offseason, if they don't make reasonable moves, I'm not talking about going crazy and just, building your entire team via free agency. If they don't make reasonable moves and plug some important holes via free agency so they don't go shopping on an empty stomach during the draft, as my boy Law would say, then they are making a very, very clear statement to everyone that they legitimately have no interest ever again in competing until the next generation of Cowboys are here. And even when that happens, I still don't know if I will be willing to buy back in. This is the offseason for me, y'all. I know I've been very positive and tried to steer everyone in the positive direction and live in the present, but this offseason right here will be inexcusable. The Cowboys, as of right now, without the Micah Parsons extension, without any releases, without any salary-cutting moves made to the roster yet, the Cowboys, right now in this very moment, are 8th in the NFL with salary cap space. When they make the Micah Parsons extension, I believe that adds roughly about $10 million to that. They're going to be top 5 in the NFL in salary cap space, just ahead of teams like the Commanders, just behind teams like the Cardinals, Chargers, Raiders, and Patriots. I don't know about you, but the Cowboys should definitely be more attractive locations than all of those teams, and they would have the most salary cap space between all of those teams. Yeah, you have no excuses, Jerry Jones. It's time to get busy. I know you made the little comments at the press conference the other day that made people get upset, but I'm telling y'all right now, I would not pay attention to that. I think it's a smokescreen, and I don't think it's too much that we need to be concerned about at all, y'all. But either way, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Until next time, I'll see you guys then. And how about them Cowboys?
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys.